most entrepreneurs are experts at running their business, and it takes all their day. So they don't have time to manage complex personal finances or corporate finances. The wealth manager brings a specialized experience in retirement planning, tax strategies, investment diversification, and succession planning. More importantly, they coordinate these moving parts into one strategy so that the business and the owner's personal finances, personal wealth can align. I see clients and business owners all day long, and you've worked your butt off in order to grow this business to the business you want it to be and the business that you see. But usually you're an expert specialist in that business, in that industry. A wealth manager's job is to find these financial parts and make that business not just a successful business, but a successful legacy through you, your family, your kids, throughout time. This is unique based on a bunch of factors. Most importantly, what you're trying to accomplish. Some of the businesses that we meet, their main focus of retirement planning is tax deductions. Some are retention of employees. Some are just getting ready for their own retirement. There are many reasons to have a retirement account. Each one of those reasons is going to be different for each one of you. And that means every one of the results is going to be different for each one of you. I recommend going through what we call a discovery phase. A discovery phase, our job is to figure out exactly what your motivation and goals are for this retirement account. And then we'll present which ones fit best with your statements that you need. So I get this question a lot, right? Because most entrepreneurs we talk to are focused on growing this business and making it into something that they only dreamed of. So reinvesting in a business is super important. But I bet every single one out there has invested in their business and that investment didn't turn out. Or they overpaid for something. Or they should have looked at another opportunity and they had that opportunity cost. One of a wealth manager's, financial advisor's job is to work with you on those numbers and find out, is that the best path of success? We usually use the experience we have from talking to hundreds of other business owners and seeing what they've done to help bring that success to your business also when it comes to reinvesting. To me, this is the most important question any business owner can ask me. I can't tell you how many times I've sat down with business owners and I've heard extreme success followed by path of not so much success and there was nothing to fall back on. Can't tell you how many times I've seen a business go through a rough patch, maybe 2, 3, 4 years. And if they had that personal finance, they had that money outside their business, they could have kept funding that business and found success on the other end. So this is probably one of the biggest things we touch on when I'm sitting down with my business owners, is how do we make this successful business provide personal security? And there are many ways. There are retirement accounts that we talked about. There are different structures on how you pay yourself, salary versus K1 distributions or things of that nature. There's different ESOP plans we can talk about, right? There's many different strategies that we can talk about. Maybe it's also buying another business. So there's many strategies when it comes to taking money from a business. But the most important thing I can tell you when it comes to this question is there needs to be some strategy to translate the success of that business to your personal wealth. Of course, yes, majority of clients that come to us are in a position where they've had a successful business for years and years and they're ready to get to the next stage of their life, which could be many things. Maybe that succession planning is giving this to their kids. Maybe it's selling to another company, a competitor, a PE firm. Maybe it's selling to employees. There are many ways that business may go through a succession plan, but having that plan early is better than having it late. I can't tell you how many stories I have where if we would have started that succession planning 5, 6, 7 years earlier than when we wanted to have that succession, we could have set it up to maximize the return of that business for a buyout, or structure that business correctly to be transferred to the next generation. Just like anything else in this world, or majority of everything else in this world, a lot of times you get what you pay for. So really when it comes to expense, the question is, what am I getting for the cost that I have? Now, using a wealth manager, there's many structures on how that wealth manager may charge you. They may charge you hourly. They may charge you consulting for a set number of months, years, or something of that nature. They may charge you some other way, maybe on assets or something of that nature. There's many structures that advisors use to pay for their time. The question is this, is that payment you're putting worth the value you're getting? Think of them as being another consultant or employee of your business. There's going to be an amount you're going to have to pay for the work you're going to want done. If you ask me this question, I'm always going to tell you now's better than later. The earlier, the better. No one's ever been too prepared for a moment in time or too knowledgeable for an event that's going to happen. I was once told this analogy when I was young in my career, and said the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. So although you may not feel like you're ready to hire a wealth manager or hire a financial advisor, speaking to one or speaking to a few of them might be hugely beneficial on the track you take towards your financial success.